Hello everybody, I'm so excited to be back with another takeout or fake out where I try to recreate a popular and one of my favorite recipes. This one is from Starbucks. I love the cheese Danish from Starbucks. It's one of my favorite treats they have. We're going to see if we can recreate it. So you need some puff pastry sheets, you need 4 tablespoons of sugar, a little bit of salt, some cream cheese. I use the third less fat kind, and some vanilla. And you also need a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper to get started, and we're going to try to recreate one of my favorite Starbucks treats. So the first thing you're going to do is get this puff pastry defrosted according to the package directions. It's okay if it rips a little bit because we are going to cut this, and you're going to cut each sheet into 6 sections. So we're going to make 12 total. So you're going to cut them just like that down the lines and then in half. Super easy. I used a pizza cutter just to make it even easier. And you're going to put these right onto your parchment paper on your cookie sheet. And then here I am doing the other one. I had to do these in a couple batches. You could also split it into half if you want, but I went ahead and did it all 12 because I thought we could put them in the freezer and have them, for a while. So here we go, getting all of those on the cookie sheet, and we're going to make the filling. 1 block of cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of sugar, a little bit of vanilla, about a fourth of a teaspoon of salt, just a little pinch, and we're going to make it nice and creamy. You could use a hand mixer or mix it yourself as well. And then we're going to take that yummy goodness right there, and I have a cup lined with a piping bag. You could also use a Ziploc bag or just a spoon to kind of spoon it on there, but this makes it a little prettier. And you're going to put all of that filling into the bag and cut the tip off, and then you have what this is, a bag full of the filling. And you're going to, I tried a couple different techniques on how best to get this in the middle, but basically you just want this filling in the very middle, and you don't want it, too close to the edges. So however you want to get it on there, this doesn't have to be the most beautiful thing in the world. Starbucks's is kind of like a blob, so it doesn't really matter. It kind of spreads out in the oven. So I just went around to all of the pastry sheets, and I got my cream cheese mixture on there. And then you're going to take an egg, mix it with a tablespoon of water, and whisk it really good. And we are going to put an egg wash on here to make it nice and brown. I just took a pastry brush and went all around. I couldn't believe how easy this was because, I don't know, I always thought they were way harder than this. This was so simple. I made it in just a few minutes. So just go around all of your edges and do some of that egg wash. Brush it along the sides. That's going to make it nice and brown, like I said. Here I am finishing up all of this, and you are going to bake it at a 400-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And just keep an eye on it. You don't want it to get too brown, but you do want it nice and golden brown. These took closer to 15 minutes for me in my oven. Here they are, straight out of the oven. They puff up so much. And of course, I have to compare it to the original. So here we go. Here's the real test. On the left is my version. On the right is Starbucks. You can see my version is a tad smaller, but very similar looking. I also want to mention that my version is less than 75 cents and Starbucks's is $3.95. So keep that in mind as well. But of course, none of that matters as much as the taste test. So I'm going to try to show you guys. What I did was I got these cold from Starbucks, and I chilled mine as well, and then I reheated them both at the exact same time for the test. Here is the Starbucks version. It is a classic for me. It is one of my favorite things at Starbucks. On my birthday, I always get myself one. Super good, super delicious. And here is my version. And let me tell you what I noticed the difference of. These are so close. I mean, so close. My filling maybe wasn't quite as sweet, which I liked, but you could always bump up the sugar. And my version was a little bit more flaky, which I also really liked. So I mean, you're saving like a fourth of the price. You're saving like 3/4 the price and making these for a quarter of the price. So, oh my gosh, you guys have to make these. Here's another look at, they are so close. Here's another look at them side by side. I stuck the rest in the freezer. You could pop them back out, heat them back up, and you have breakfast on the go. Let me know if you guys try these. I would love to hear how they turned out for you. Let me know if you like the cheese Danish, and let me know what other recipes you want me to try to recreate. I love you guys. Subscribe to see more, like the video, comment, all the things, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.